Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Gianluca Masi speaking from Rome, Italy, on the behalf of the Virtual Telescope Project. And it's such a big pleasure for me to be here, live, this evening, at least in Italy, ready to share with you no less than the wonder of the long-awaited solar eclipse, the total solar eclipse, going to put an amazing show up there in the sky from many friends on the Americas. Once again, the Virtual Telescope Project has worked hard to bring to you the wonders of this experience, partly with the very important partners on the Americas, just working on the right places from where the eclipse will be visible. So I am very excited that everything is ready to start. So before we start, I want to thank first of all the technological partners of the Virtual Telescope Project. They are Software Bisque, they are C-Web and Telescope Live. And I also want to thank the international partners making possible for us to run this event at all. They are Adrian Bradley, Michigan, USA, Gary Warney, Florida, USA, Karim Jaffer, Royal Astronomical Society of Canada, James McHugh, New Mexico, USA, Sonali Deshmukh, Nebraska, USA, Bill Longo, Ontario, Canada, Ron Delvaux, Arizona, USA. And I also want to thank the Exploratorium and the Griffith Observatory Institution for giving us the permission to share their images and feeds when needed. So we are so proud and happy that everything is going to start. I have to say that so far the weather, at least these are the reports I received from my friends, are not the very best. And the observers, are ready to take pictures. So I really confident that because they are placed on very different regions of the world, of the Americas, as you could see. And I believe that this will help us a lot, hopefully, to find a clear spell up there. So before we start, I want to start sharing. Let me see if I have a feedback already with something to see, because for example right now I'm just checking what is happening, for example in Torreon, Mexico, where our colleagues of the Exploratorium expedition, Exploratorium San Francisco, California, are, and as well what is happening from the other observing sites. But before we start seeing the eclipse, because it is going to start in a few minutes, I will be very happy to let you know what an eclipse is. Keep in mind, in order to have an eclipse, you need three main actors. They are our planet, our home planet, the Earth, our star, the Sun, and our natural satellite, the Moon. Just having all these properly aligned, you will have an eclipse. Which one? Solar or lunar? Well, it depends who is the object just putting in between us and the other one. I will share this picture to make things much clearer. Look here. The Earth is orbiting around the Sun. It takes 1 year, by the way, to our planet to complete an orbit. But we are not alone in this amazing journey. Our companion is the Moon, our beautiful natural satellite. The Moon is orbiting around the Earth. It takes a bit less than 1 month to our Moon to complete an orbit around the Earth. But as you can see, the plane just hosting the Earth orbit is not the same hosting the lunar orbit. There is such a little tilt between the two planes, more or less 5 degrees. What is the result? Which is very clear from this picture. First of all, consider the solar eclipse, okay? You want the Moon just showing along the line of sight. The moon, in order to have a solar eclipse, should be between us, the Earth, and the Sun. And this happens when the moon is new. That is, the moon is just a thing from the Earth on the same side as the Sun. The new moon, you know. But look at these images. Not all the new moons are good enough to have a solar eclipse because the lunar orbit is tilted. If you consider, for example, the four figures, the four situations with the moon and the full and new moon and the Earth, you see that the situation on the very right and the situation on the very left are wrong. Because when the moon is new in one of those situations, that is, for example, the one on the right, the moon is up, okay, respect to the Earth orbital plane, so the shadow from the moon is too high to hit the Earth. The opposite situation is the one you see on the left. So in order to have the new moon just sending its shadow on the Earth, you need to have the new moon just on the line of nodes, that is on the intersection between the planes hosting the lunar orbit and the Earth orbit respectively. So that line is extremely precious. Here it is, the line of nodes. That is the line just identifying the intersection between the two planes, the lunar orbit plane and the Earth orbit plane. Only when the moon is new on the node, the shadow of the moon will hit the Earth. The same, of course, is happening when the moon is full, and in that case, of course, you will have a lunar eclipse. But you know, having the moon, in this case, close to the node, when it is new, it is not enough to have a total eclipse. In order to have a total eclipse, the moon, the lunar disk should cover completely the solar disk, and we are lucky enough that the apparent angular sizes of both those disks, the lunar one and the solar one, are basically the same as seen from the Earth. So if the moon is very well centered just along the line of sight between the Earth and the Sun, there are chances that the moon will completely cover the solar disk. I say there are good chances because the lunar orbit is an ellipse, and if the moon is a bit farther away, the lunar disk will not be enough to cover the solar disk, and in that case you will have an annular eclipse, which is very spectacular. While I'm just sharing with you this basic information, I'm still looking, of course, still checking to see if we have images, still waiting. I want to share with you an image I received a few minutes ago before the eclipse started by Gary Warney in Florida. Just going to share that image with you, making sure that the image is ready to go. Here we are, my friends. Just taking care to check everything. For the record, my friend, this is an image of the sun taken minutes ago, just before the eclipse started. This image arrived by our friend and long-time collaborator Gary Warney in Florida, USA. I also have a pre-eclipse image received from Canada, from the USA, Michigan this time, Adrian Bradley, going to share this image with you. Just waiting for a few seconds, and the image will be there for you. And of course, this is the first image coming from Adrian Bradley. Going to save this image. Again, as I said, this is a pre-eclipse image. Look, there are a few wonderful sunspots on the solar photosphere. And also I had a pre-eclipse image from Canada, from Ontario, Canada, from Bill Longo, a long time friend and collaborator of the Virtual Telescope project. Just adjusting the image. Here it is, my friends. And as you can see, there are again the same sunspots. Keep in mind that these images are taken with very different instruments from different observers from different locations. This is basically, I believe, the benefit of the Virtual Telescope project experience, just putting together truly advanced, experienced astrophotographers from everywhere on the world, of course, in the right side of the world. And as you see, these people are so generous that they really want to share their expertise and their images with everyone. Happy that we are seeing all this. Let's hope that the weather will be with us all the time. Sorry. Trying right now to adjust a few things on my side. Making sure that everything is ready as soon as the live feeds will start. Just checking emails. As I said, weather so far has not been the best. This is the report I had from basically all the observers part of our network. There are a few things. This is, for example, shared by our colleagues at Griffith Observatory, my friends. These are, of course, simulations showing how the eclipse will look from different places. In this case, Little Rock. Of course, these are simulations because luckily enough, of course, if the weather will be with us, we will see all these things in real time, my friends. As of now, I see the Exploratorium team in Mexico is still waiting before they start sharing live images. Perhaps they were having some unfavorable weather. We will see next updates. As I say to you, we have been waiting so long for all these things, for this event, and we really want to see what is happening in real time. I want to share with you another image, if you don't mind, just telling how the eclipse will develop. But meantime, I just received a pre-eclipse image from New Mexico. Our long-time friend James McHugh. Keep in mind, my friends, that the Virtual Telescope project has been around for 17 years now, and in such a long time we just worked with a wonderful international team many times to bring to you events not directly visible from Italy, where we are placed. This is an image from James McHugh of the solar disk. Here it is, my friends. So that you can enjoy at least how the sun looks like right now, just before the eclipse starts. I am checking my email all the time to be sure that I have new stuff as soon as these things arrive. And as of now, I see that the weather is an issue. And I see that our friends at the Exploratorium are just waiting for clear sky. But still, let me show you the map, the path of the eclipse, so that you can even understand what is happening. Look, this image is of course kindly provided by NASA, and it is telling us how the lunar shadow will move on the Earth's surface. As you can see, there are very different zones here. As I say, this is a total solar eclipse, but in order to see the total version, you must be luckily enough to be on the narrow blue strip you see in the center of the plot, basically, where the eclipse is visible as a total. Okay, and you can see that the strip of totality is basically entering the ground in Mexico. Then this strip is moving on the northwest direction, just crossing Texas, crossing I see also Arkansas, I see also Maine, and then it is moving on the northwest part of Canada, and then it is just moving to the sea. And the blue line, the blue strip, is just the region from where the eclipse, the solar eclipse, will be total. If you are not there, you will only see a partial eclipse. The closer you are to the totality strip, the larger the partiality will be. That is, if you are too far from the totality strip, you will only see just just a glimpse of the lunar disk. The closer you go to the totality strip, the bigger the eclipse will be. And once inside the totality strip, of course, the eclipse will be total. And totality will last a few minutes. This is going just to depend from where you are. The greatest eclipse is where you have the red asterisk, okay? And the local duration there is 4 minutes 28 seconds. I see people in the Americas are just waiting for the eclipse to start, because if you look at this map again, you will see that from the left to the right there is a difference from the Mexican coast on the very left on the Pacific Ocean to the other coast on the Atlantic side. There is a difference of about 90 minutes, because the lunar shadow is moving from west to east, and it will take about 90 minutes to the lunar shadow to cross the continent from the Pacific Mexican coast to the Canadian Atlantic coast. 90 minutes. And basically this is why it is funny to have observers along the totality strip, because if you connect with all of them, you will see the totality many times, simply because the lunar shadow is traveling at not a very fast speed, as you can see, so you can really enjoy many totalities, my friends. Now checking images again and again, just to have updates about the weather and so on. Also checking if friends in Mexico are having something to share. I see there is a black screen in Mexico, just meaning that they have cloudy weather. I will share with you this site as well. The UTC is the universal time. It is basically now, within a few seconds, of course, being this a live feed, there is easily a delay due to the internet connection. Keep in mind that I am receiving, in this case, the signal from our colleagues from Exploratorium San Francisco in Mexico, and they are just sharing it with you. And for now, we have such a black screen. Let's see what is the situation in the other places. Still waiting. Look here, my friends, we have the sun now coming from Griffith Observatory, and I'm going to share this with you. Here it is. As you can see, no hint of the eclipse. The Griffith Observatory team is placed in Texas. We are lucky to see the solar disk. The sky is a bit hazy, as you can see. I can guess this easily because you see the solar image is not that sharp, and there is like an hazy halo around the sun. So we are just waiting to start seeing something, what they call the first contact. and in Texas. This should be happening not too late. Meantime, I'm checking images, but still no news. Also because, as I said, the eclipse will start on the western side of the totality strip. So the first place to see totality will be Mexico in this case. And then the totality will move along the totality strip on the right, that is into the northwest direction, reaching Canada before moving into the Atlantic Ocean. Just waiting to have also I'm always checking if there is any new from all the other friends. I'm just waiting, my friends. To see if we have anything coming. From Mexico or not. These are images we are receiving now from Torreon, Mexico, thanks to the Exploratorium team, Exploratorium San Francisco, and you can see clear evidence of the lunar disk already. The weather is not the best one. You can easily recognize the sunspot in the center, and of course the clear evidence of the dark black lunar disk on the right. Very critical weather conditions I see in Mexico right now. My friend Gary Warren in Florida just informed that he's ready to capture first contact in about 10 minutes. So we are looking forward to see first contact from Florida, while despite the clouds, the Exploratorium San Francisco team, and we want to thank them for offering us their images, are already looking the partiality despite the clouds. I see weather is quite an issue on many places. Hoping the weather will improve. Trust me when I say that it is such a huge effort to organize this kind of things. So it will be honestly fair to have clear skies. As we see, weather so far is so-so. But enjoying the clear evidence of the lunar disk, the black one, on the bottom right, slowly moving in front of the sun. Unfortunately, clouds are also in front of the sun, and we are waiting to see images of the partial phase from our friends in the US soon, as right now the eclipse is partial. I mean, totality will be later, of course, only inside the totality strip. So happy to see so many people connected. You know, the virtual telescope project has been around now for 17 years, bringing to you the most spectacular astronomical events. Now you have many people just sharing live feeds everywhere, but the virtual telescope has been basically the first in the world. 17 years ago we were alone, and in such a long time we shared eclipses, meteor showers, comets, close approaching asteroids, space missions. I forgot how many things, how many times, in hundreds and hundreds of events. I strongly suggest you, if you like the universe, to join the virtual telescope page on Facebook, the virtual telescope profile on X, and of course the virtual telescope channel on YouTube, where I assume you are right now. Having fun together. Hopefully, my friends, we will start seeing images also from the other partners. It is completely normal to have cloudy weather sometimes. This is the real world, as I say. And I want to start sharing with you the first glimpses of the eclipse from the Griffith Observatory feed. Look here. You can easily see the first touch of the lunar disk on the upper right. So beautiful, really. It's very slow, the solar eclipse. It lasts hours, but the totality only a few minutes. So happy that we are having such a view with our friends of Griffith Observatory in Texas. And meantime, the Exploratorium team should start their feed from Texas 2. They have 2 imaging stations, one in Mexico and one in Texas. Having more than one station in very different places can help just finding at least a reasonable weather. If you are completely clouded out at the first location, you have a backup location. But I have seen many times situations where even the backup station was clouded out. Murphy is always in action, you know. I want to remind you that the total solar eclipse we are going to see, we already started enjoying, is just a wonderful event involving three actors. They are our own planet, the Earth, our companion in space, our natural satellite, the Moon, and of course our star, the Sun. In this case, that is a solar eclipse. Our Moon is just moving between the Earth and the Sun, just along the line of sight of us living here. So the Moon just entering the line of sight to the Sun is just covering our star. Such a condition is not happening every new moon. Of course, the new moon is a mandatory condition in order to have a solar eclipse. But as I said, not all the new moons are happening on the plane hosting the Sun and the Earth. That is the Earth orbital plane. Because the lunar orbit, where the moon is moving, is tilted of 5 degrees versus the Earth orbital plane. So in order to have a solar eclipse, then the moon, when it is new, must be on the orbital plane of the Earth. And this happens only if the new moon is at the node, that is the intersection between the two planes. I will be showing an image later on, but for now I really want you to see this eclipse live. Because if the two planes, the lunar orbital plane and the Earth orbital plane, were not tilted, that is, they were on the same plane, I mean, both the lunar and Earth orbits, you could see a solar eclipse every new moon and a lunar eclipse every full moon. Unfortunately, or luckily, it depends, this is not the case. So having the two planes tilted of about 5 degrees, just a little but enough, you will not see an eclipses every new moon, solar one, or full moon, lunar one. Here we are, my friends. And I also see the planetarium, the Exploratorium team opened their live feed from Mexico. I'm just adjusting the thing here to share, making sure. Here we are. This is from the Exploratorium San Francisco team. This is an H-alpha image taken with a very special telescope, just looking at the chromosphere, not the photosphere. The photosphere is the basic external envelope of the sun, which is the one you basically see with your own eyes, of course, under the right protections. I mean, the photosphere is basically the apparent surface of the solar structure as seen in visible light. Never look at the sun, my friend, if you don't have the right instruments. If you look at the sun without the right instruments, you can really have very serious damages to your eyes. Never, never, never look at the sun if you don't have the right instruments, okay? But there are telescopes looking at different wavelengths than the visible light, or better, just fine-tuning a very specific wavelength, even part of the visible light. That is the H-alpha wavelength. At that wavelength, you really select a very precise layer of the solar structure where you see just prominences and plenty of details. For example, this one is the white one was a white light, as we call it, image. This is H alpha. Look at the prominences, like visible, like those darker structures just projecting on the solar chromosphere. Very nice vision. So I see our friends at the exploratorium, while facing cloudy weather in Mexico, are having a very beautiful sky. Very beautiful sky in Texas. Happy for them and happy for us, of course. We are having fun, my friends. The Virtual Telescope project is bringing to you no less than the Total Solar Eclipse. We have been waiting for this event for months. Now it is here. We are slowly approaching the climax of the event. The Virtual Telescope project is able to bring to you all this thanks to a handful of brave astrophotographers, and I want to thank all of them once again, because they are doing a wonderful job and they are ready to do that. They are Adrian Bradley, Michigan, USA, Gary Warney, Florida, USA, Karim Jaffer, Royal Astronomical Society of Canada, James McHugh, New Mexico, USA, Sonali Deshmukh, Nebraska, USA, Bill Longo, Ontario, Canada, Ron Delvaux, Arizona, USA, and the host and speaker, it's myself, Gianluca Masi. But I want to thank us, to say a big thank you once again, because we had previous wonderful cooperations with them, both the Exploratorium San Francisco and the Griffith Observatory Los Angeles, for their support in this effort. They helped us a lot, just offering the opportunity to share their beautiful live feeds with our audience. And this is happening live on the Virtual Telescope Project platform. How beautiful facing all this is for all of us. This is a point of view from Griffith Observatory. I'm back to the Exploratorium feed. It's a privilege for me to be here and sharing these very beautiful images with all of you. We've been around, as I said, for almost 18 years now, but every time we bring to you something special, something unique happening there live, it's a great emotion. As you see, this time we are sharing with you the total solar eclipse happening on the Americas. Totality will be visible in Mexico, USA and Canada, of course, on very specific regions of those countries. I see a few clouds even here in Mexico. This is from Mexico Exploratorium. Exploratorium from Texas. And Griffith Observatory from Texas. How beautiful all this brought to you via the Virtual Telescope project. It's always a joy, really enjoying these beautiful things. And I must say that the total solar eclipse is perhaps the most impressive natural show. So extreme, because you cannot imagine how the environment looks like when the sun is totally covered by the lunar disk. So beautiful, simply wonderful, my friends. And all this happening live thanks to the Virtual Telescope project. I see that my friend James McHugh in New Mexico is working under truly hazy sky. We will be happy to share his images in a few minutes. Okay. Meantime, I'm also trying to open my observatory in Italy to hopefully observe comet 11P Pons-Brooks. We will see if we will succeed, but how beautiful this is. Look here in Mexico. Where The lunar disk has covered a lot of the solar one. The totality should be here in Mexico, sorry, in about 27 minutes. Amazing to see. Look how the lunar disk is slowly moving in front of the sun. Consider a feature on the solar disk and just note how the lunar disk moves compared to that detail on the solar disk. So beautiful, my friends, so beautiful. Having fun all together. I really love how cooperation among people can really bring the wonders of the cosmos to everyone on this globe via the technology. Sorry. Now, Griffith Observatory. I want to share an image from Florida first contact. Our friends Gary Warney here we are with an image first contact from Florida. Look at tower 4, bottom right, you can see evidence of the lunar disk. That was from Florida. Back to the Griffith in Texas. Love bringing to you the cosmos live. It has been my mission for 18 years now, you know. We are really tracking this total solar eclipse while the lunar disk is slowly entering the solar one. This is from Mexico via Exploratorium. So beautiful every time, really, to sit here and share with everyone out there, with all of you, my friends. So many people I see from all over the planet joining this live feed from the Virtual Telescope project. You see how fast is now the lunar disk covering the sun. It looks so slow, but at some point everything seems to happen faster while you are approaching the climax. So beautiful, my friends. Another beautiful image from Gary Warney, going to share with you in a few seconds. Here it is. This is, as I said, from Florida, my friends. Mexico will see totality earlier, as I explained it. So for now, I will concentrate on this. Well, totality will happen in about 20 minutes in Mexico, more or less. So let's look here. And have fun while enjoying the Total Solar Eclipse via the Virtual Telescope project. My colleagues at the Exploratorium San Francisco, at their station in Torreon, Mexico, are really working so well despite the clouds, trying to do their best as always. Look here, this is Exploratorium from Junction, Texas. Oh my god, how beautiful the solar spot is on the right. This is a side-by-side vision. On the right, the so-called white light, full spectrum. On the left, you have the H alpha, just selecting features on the chromosphere, but unfortunately no filter can win against the clouds. Back to Griffith Observatory here. I want to thank all of you, thousands of people connected right now for such a very beautiful event. I'm always moved to see how people are attracted by the beauty of cosmos. Keep in mind that our sun, while it is in the daily side of our life, is part of the cosmos. Cosmos is not only at night, it is around all the time, 24 hours, 7 days. So beautiful to have this opportunity with all of you. This is Mexico. And I'm also checking emails. And I want to share this image from New Mexico. From James McHugh. Despite the clouds, James is tracking the eclipse, sharing his beautiful images with us. Here it is, image from James. Now back to Texas with Griffith Observatory. While I keep an eye on Mexico, cloudy at the moment, where we do expect totality in about 16 minutes, hoping to see the totality. No matter the clouds. First hour has gone, so keep quickly, my friends. So many people connected. Very grateful to everyone and to our partners in this effort. That is the Exploratorium San Francisco team, the Griffith Observatory San Francisco team, and then our collaborators. They are Adrian Bradley, Gary Warney, Karim Jaffer, James McHugh, Sonali Deshmukh, Bill Longo, and Rod Delvaux, while Gianluca Masi is speaking to you from Rome. Let's hope we will see totality in Mexico, otherwise we will have to wait for Texas. My friend Bill Longo from Kingston, Ontario, Canada, says it is overcast there 9 minutes before first contact. A glimpse from Mexico through clouds, you see. In time, a new image from Gary Warney in Florida. Image from Gary. Back to Mexico. Let's hope really weather will be with us, my friends. We will really love to see something, possibly. Beautiful show every time. New image from Gary Warney in Florida. Here we are, sharing with you in a second, sorry. This is Exploratorium Mexico. For a while we had some clear sky from time to time. Still keeping finger crossed so that our friends will hopefully spot and share great moments with us. The eclipse is in progress, as we see. Just pale evidence of the eclipse from Exploratorium in Mexico. This is Exploratorium Texas. I have an image also from Sonali Deshmukh in Nebraska, and I'm going to share the image. Just 1 second. Okay. How many clouds, my friends, really? But this is part of the job. It looks like that Murphy is always at work. And here it is, the image from Nebraska, kindly shared by our friend Sonali Deshmukh. And we are now back to Texas Exploratorium, Mexico from time to time. Look here how in Mexico the totality is almost there. We'll keep an eye on this. But clouds could be an issue here, very likely, my friends. Unfortunately, but we will never know. I'm confident. I am with my friends. Look here. We really want to have totality here coming very soon. It is matter of 5 minutes more or less. Let's hope weather will cooperate to see totality from Mexico. A handful of minutes, really. Look how different at the same time the situation from Mexico is. Same time in Mexico we are almost total. Let's hope, finger crossed, we are really approaching the magic moment. We just need clear sky. Let's hope our great friends Exploratorium San Francisco in Mexico will be blessed with a very well deserved clear sky at the totality time. The critical totality is approaching. At the totality we should see the very subtle solar corona, but of course if the sky is too much hazy you will not see the corona at all. Totality will last less than 4 minutes, about 4 minutes more or less, a bit more. Let's hope, let's hope, let's hope, my friends. Keeping our finger crossed, literally. When the totality will be here, assuming a reasonably good sky, the exposure must be increased because there is a huge difference in brightness between the partiality and the totality. I mean, the solar corona, perhaps there is a ratio of 1 million between luminosities. So we are with you, friends of Exploratorium San Francisco, at your station in Mexico. They increased the exposure. You see that now the dance of the turbulence is slower because the exposure is longer, so you are basically averaging the turbulence. How beautiful, beautiful. Approaching, my friends. We are almost there. This is going to be hopefully the first totality, because different places have different times for the totality. provided you are along the totality strip. We are almost there. I'm amazed to see this detail. Likely there are some hazy skies around, but still, thanks to the exploratorium team at their observing site in Mexico for this truly amazing, mind-blowing final steps to the totality. We have been waiting so long for this very moment, my friends, and the lunar disk is just there, ready to completely cover the solar disk to have the beginning of totality. Let's hope that the weather will be, kind enough with us to make possible to see the solar corona at the totality. How amazing this sequence is. It's amazing, my friends. It's amazing, to say the least. Perhaps at some point we can have also see a diamond effect. Look here, the irregular profile of the lunar disk is offering such a completely variable residual light. Look here, you can, oh my god, this is amazing. This is the diamond. Here we are, my friends. Totality is here, my friends. Oh my god, how beautiful is this? With the solar corona just showing up with all its glory, despite the hazy sky. The friends at the Exploratorium San Francisco at their site in Mexico are offering us such a very beautiful sight. You can see prominences along the lunar border, and how beautiful this is. The corona, my friends. The corona, this very peculiar region of the sun, the most external region, with particles just traveling so fast and just offering such a high temperature, a kinetic temperature. The corona is here, my friends. This is the long-awaited moment, and this will last a few minutes, so just enjoy this as long as you can. And really, I cannot tell you how happy I am that this is happening now live via the Virtual Telescope project, thanks to the Exploratorium San Francisco team and their brave observers here in Mexico, Torreon. They really succeeded capturing the best totality here despite the hazy sky. They mastered this acquisition, the image acquisition, under these very, very hard imaging conditions, and we are enjoying the totality. The lunar disk is now completely covering the solar one, and this will last for a few minutes, perhaps 2 minutes more. I'm so excited that this is happening live, and that everyone on this planet is seeing this thanks to technology. How beautiful, how beautiful. I can look at this for hours. So amazing, my friends. Beauty in action here. So nice, so beautiful. Really enjoyable experience. Now we are approaching the end of the totality. Of course, we will see the bright side of the sun on the right now, and our friends are already preparing to share this sad, I would say, moment, because it marks the end of totality, but still very precious. Look, the prominences at hour 5. They can be seen also in visible light, because now the solar disk is acting like, a very special obstacle, just leaving free the very pale, prominences on the solar border. But totality is running at the speed of light, and the totality minutes are the faster minutes in history, I believe. While we are truly enjoying all this, the magic of the totality, every civilization on this planet has really celebrated in awe and reverence this very peculiar natural event, the total solar eclipse. Something you cannot imagine. You have to go out there, find the right place, and enjoy by yourself. And I want to thank the Exploratorium San Francisco team and their imagers and observers at Torreon, Mexico, for offering to the Virtual Telescope Project the opportunity to share this marvelous footage with our friends. Look, totality is over, my friends. Totality is over. The diamond ring, amazing diamond ring, another very famous celebrated feature of totality. Now they adjusted the exposure time, and in order to avoid the dazzling light after the totality, and now we are back to the other side of the eclipse. Now the lunar disk will be leaving the solar one. We've been waiting for years, months for the totality, and we had the totality in Mexico, but keep our finger crossed, because we are going to have a totality again, hopefully in Texas. I see that even in Texas, our Exploratorium San Francisco colleagues are facing clouds. This is their screen. Back to Mexico. At least we see the solar disk here. Our colleagues at Griffith Observatory, I see, are waiting for their totality too. Let's hope that our friends at Exploratorium San Francisco will be lucky also from Texas. So beautiful. Let's hope Murphy will look here, my friends. This is from Texas. Again, this will be a photo finish. Totality, I mean, we will know at the very end what will happen. Meantime, my friend, sorry here, Gary Warney in Florida shared with us such a new image. This is from Mexico after totality, and you can see how the lunar disk is slowly leaving the lunar disk is slowly leaving the solar one. This is from Texas. I cannot imagine how hard the work of my colleagues at Exploratorium San Francisco in Texas is, while they are facing this completely crazy cloudy weather. You will know just at the very end what will happen. How beautiful so far, my friends. We have been lucky from Mexico. Let's hope to be lucky again with the Exploratorium San Francisco team from Junction, Texas. 10 minutes or so to totality. This is after totality from Torreon, Mexico. While Texas is truly facing clouds, they are coming, they are leaving. This is the life of modern astronomers, as the old ones, always fighting with clouds. Back to Torreon, Mexico, with the exploratorium team there. After totality, I keeping an eye, of course, on the Texas from exploratorium team. We have a black screen from there now because of the clouds, but as soon as the sun will be back, I will swap the feed. We want another totality. We had not enough. Beauty is never enough, to be honest. Keeping an eye. Don't worry, I'm really keeping an eye on the Texas situation to be sure to share anything good from there. Meantime, our friends at Griffith Observatory, Texas, are tracking the eclipse from there. They are waiting for the totality. So, should the weather stay good with them, we will see another totality here. I also want to share an image I received from Bill Longo, Kensington, Ontario, Canada. Despite the hazy sky, these amazing astrophotographers, long experienced astrophotographers, are able to get amazing unique results. This image is from Bill Longo, Canada, while we still have a black screen that is clouds from Houston, Texas. This is after the totality from Mexico, a truly enjoyable, amazing moment. But still we are waiting for the totality, my friends. Another one that is the same eclipse, but from a different place, is just offering us another run, another opportunity. For the record, this is the feedback I'm receiving from Texas via Exploratorium. Cloudy, very likely. Back to Mexico with an eye on Texas. "90 minutes since we started this live feed, with thousands of viewers from all around the planet. So happy that the sky once again gathered so many people to enjoy such a shared experience. Even our colleagues and friends at Griffith Observatory are waiting for their totality. As we can see, a glimpse, oh my god, a glimpse of the eclipse from Texas. Totality is starting in these very seconds. Ah. Of course, should Texas offer clear skies, I will immediately swap to that feed, but at least I want to share a real sun here. This is from Mexico after totality. This is from Griffith Observatory. They are waiting for totality here. And still nothing from Exploratorio San Francisco in Texas. They offered us a wonderful coverage of totality from Mexico. Totality is already at their observing site in Texas, so if the sky will not open immediately, I fear we can actually lose totality completely. In the meantime, we have another image from Bilongo, Ontario, Canada, Kensington. Ready to share anything from my Exploratorium. In Texas, nothing so far, black screen. So let's wait for totality here with our friends of the Griffith Observatory team in Texas as well. They are on the western side of that state. As you can see, they are later than the Exploratorium team on the same state. Unfortunately, I believe totality is gone or almost gone at the observing site of the Exploratorium team in Texas, after they provided an unforgettable coverage of the totality from Mexico. So we are railing now on the totality as seen from the Griffith Observatory team in Texas as well. Meantime, I continue checking images from our friends. And I want to share an image I've just received from Adrian Bradley, USA. Here it is. This is from Michigan. Still nothing from Texas, from our friends, Exploratorium San Francisco friends there. They are sharing, you see, during the totality at least, the lower luminosity of the environment. I understand from this that there is just a Murphy cloud on the sun, my friends. Sorry, I apologize. This is Griffith Observatory, so amazing to see they are working in very good conditions, and you can see how the natural light on the environment is strongly reduced while we approach totality. This is another strange effect because it is not like twilight, because the sun is not living in a natural way. The sun is high in the sky, but it is getting dimmer and dimmer because of the lunar disk. This is after totality from Mexico, back to Texas, Griffith. And we are really looking forward to see totality here. Look how the environment is darker and darker. What an amazing effect, by the way. Amazing effect, really. These kind of images are taken keeping fixed all the parameters of the imaging gear, so the differences you see are due to Mother Nature. Now they are back to the sky, namely to the sun, while we still have no images from Exploratorium team in Texas, but at this point totality is over. So totality was missed there, but the Exploratorium team captured the out of this world outstanding totality from Mexico. Now Mexico after totality and Griffith before totality are almost the same. No, Griffith is closer to totality. Let's wait for 10-15 minutes by now. To see these things. Meantime, I want to share with you images from our friends. I have here an image by Gary Warney from Florida. From there, the event will be partial, but Gary has been blessed with a very, very beautiful sky. Here it is. And I also have a beautiful image by Bilongo. And Bilongo is in Kensington, Ontario, and weather permitting, he is waiting for totality there. Murphy was in action. This is at last something from Texas Exploratorium facility after totality, but just for a few seconds, you see. Now back to Griffith Observatory live feed, waiting in perhaps 10 minutes, even less, totality there. How beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's wait. We are really approaching in a few seconds. Sorry, in a few minutes. Just waiting for a few more minutes, my friends. This is from Mexico. Sorry, Texas Exploratorium after totality with many clouds. Now waiting for totality from the Griffith Observatory team. How beautiful all this is. While we are waiting for the second totality, same eclipse, second totality, thanks to the spherical earth. Outstanding, outstanding experience. While we are approaching totality, thanks to our colleagues and friends at Griffith Observatory, taking images from Texas. How amazing all this is, my friends. Waiting for totality. How beautiful. We are approaching the climax for the second time. I guess our colleagues from Griffith Observatory, observing from Texas, are working under good skies. At least this was my impression while looking at their intriguing environmental pictures. Approaching a few minutes, my friends. A few minutes. So excited that totality will be back, and then we will rally on our friends in the northwest side of the totality strip. happening soon, a few minutes. We are approaching totality for the second time. The magic is ready to happen. The lunar disk, as seen from the observing site selected by our colleagues at Griffith Observatory. They are doing an amazing job, just covering the entire events flawlessly, you see, blessed by very good sky. They are ready to share with us the lunar disk completely in front of the sun. Sorry, I was really amazed looking at this wonderful shape. It is not a sharp crescent of the moon, it is a sharp crescent of the sun. And totality is coming soon. It's coming soon. After waiting for so long, we are there, my friends. We are there, as they say. We are approaching totality, the second one. Here we are, my friends. Oh my God, how beautiful it is. It's amazing that we have been waiting for so long and now it is happening. Well, we already had this experience that is 30 minutes ago, but it's still amazing. Still amazing. Totality is approaching, my friends. From Texas. And we are almost there. At some point the lunar disk will completely cover the solar one and we will enjoy the solar corona. The most external feature of our sun. Think of it as a very peculiar atmosphere of our star. Oh my God, how beautiful. Be prepared to see the diamond ring when the totality will be almost completed. Oh my God. Oh my God. We must admire this in silence. Here we are, my friends. Here we are, my friends. We are approaching totality, my friends. Blessed by such a perfect capture by my colleagues at Griffith Observatory, Los Angeles, observing from Texas. Less than 1 minute, a handful of seconds before the lunar disk will be completely in front of the solar one. This is happening now. Now, my friends, in real time, brought to you via the Virtual Telescope project, thanks to the kindness of our partners. Let's see if we can enjoy the irregular shape of the lunar profile by irregular residual luminosity, or let's see what will happen. This, of course, depends on the technical choices done at the imaging gears by our friends and colleagues from the Griffith Observatory team. They are touching the instruments, preparing to the completely different, from a technical point of view, an imaging point of view, totality. Oh, my friends. Oh, my friends, look at the irregular residual light due to the irregular border of the moon. Oh my god. Oh my god. Totality is here. Look! Amazing, my friends. The diamond. The last little spot of sun. And then totality. Totality. Look at the beautiful structure of the solar corona, my friends. The majesty of the solar corona. You can even see at hour 2 and hour 6 the pink color of prominences. Look here, this wider field of view, the glory of the corona, the solar corona, my friends. Out of this world. Congratulations also to my colleagues at Griffith Observatory, working from Texas to offer to the world, even to the virtual telescope audience, this amazing experience. Out of this world, to say the least. Totality will run fast, 4 minutes or so, and we have been waiting for months, and now totality is here, my friends. Running fast, too fast. Such a stunning beauty for just 4 minutes. Beauty and time are completely different things. Oh my god, I'm sitting here enjoying with you. Happy to have been able to bring to you this beautiful thing, thanks to the kindness of our partners. And while we are enjoying this from Texas, we have to wait for more totalities as seen from the upper western, northwest part of the US, and then from Canada, where we have friends there too. Time is running too fast, I believe. Oh my god, how beautiful. Look at the very wide field of view on the right. Here it is. Just capturing the sun. Perhaps they are trying to see comet 12P. That is bright Venus on the right, and on the very left you see Jupiter. But of course, comet 12P is way too dim to be seen here, and now totality has gone. Fantastic experience, my friends. Wow, wow, wow. I will leave this magic feed coming while checking the results coming from and in this case I have a very beautiful image from Billongo, Ontario, and this image just arrived, and is waiting for totality as well. Here it is, by the way. Beautiful image from Billongo while he's waiting for totality in Kensington, Ontario, Canada. back to our friends from Exploratorium in Mexico. And this is from Texas again, the Exploratorium team. Unfortunately, they missed totality, but they captured a memorable totality from Texas, from Mexico, sorry, as the Exploratorium did from Texas. Now we are waiting for totality as seen from Canada. So beautiful, checking emails to see what our friends are kindly sharing. So beautiful, my friends. I'm just lucky to have so generous, great friends and colleagues making their superb work available to the community. Really, really superb work. How fast? After about 40 minutes, this is 40 minutes more or less after totality from Mexico, and we enjoyed the totality from here. Now waiting for totality from Canada. Hopefully our long time friend Bill Longo will have the good sky he deserves. Very experienced astrophotographer. We have been working with Bill Longo and Gary Warney. I mentioned them as part of the Total Solar Eclipse team because they have been member of our cooperation team basically since the very first attempt. I forgot how many years, perhaps 12 years ago, when we started sharing events not visible from Italy. We invented these shared observing sessions. Observers in different regions of the world just sending images to me and having me sharing their work through the Virtual Telescope Project platform, something invented by us at the time, and very proud of this. But mainly I'm very proud and lucky to have these very generous and very expert photographers ready to share their work with people worldwide. Lesson learned from my astronomical experience is that the human beings is so generous. And I want to underline this right now. How happy I am to share these superb images coming from our friends. I want to mention all of them once again because they deserve gratitude for all this. And they are Adrian Bradley, Gary Warney, Karim Jeffer, James McHugh, Sonali Deshmukh, Bill Longo, and Ron Delvaux. Of course, I also thank the Exploratorium San Francisco and the Griffith Observatory Los Angeles teams for their support and for providing their precious live feed. These people and these institutions make possible for us to bring the eclipse to you. Otherwise, the Virtual Telescope project was unable to do so, being in the wrong part of the Earth this time. I want to share this image from Adrian Bradley. Let me adjust this. Here it is. Image solid captured from Ohio. Very beautiful images, kindly received by our friends. It's out of this world. Very happy and proud to be part of this international team. Back to Texas with the Griffith Observatory team. This is Mexico, and this is Texas with the Exploratorium team. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Unable to express my gratitude to the friends who made possible all this. Now checking. I have a new image from my friend Gary from Florida, approaching the maximum from his region, with some clouds moving in front of the solar show. Here it is, my friends. Thank you very much to all of you, and also thank you very much to all the viewers, so many viewers so far, just reminding me at first about the beauty of the night sky. Well, this time of the daily sky, but in a world of the cosmos. We share the same cosmos, you know. So happy that you decided to stay with us, enjoying this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful natural event. So beautiful, my friends. Now we are slowly leaving after totality, even from Texas, so we are just rallying on Bill Longo and the weather there to see totality from Canada. And I'm happy also to share the maximum from Florida, timely grabbed by Gary Warney. Here it is, the image. Here it is, my friends. Thanks Gary for this beautiful shot. I think once again the experience talk via the internet has been amazing. At least that was my feeling. Let me see if I can. I wanted to see. Okay, let me check what I can do here. Our colleagues from Griffith Observatory observing from Texas have been blessed with a perfect sky, I must say. Our colleagues from Exploratorium San Francisco did a great job despite the clouds. They just captured a stunning totality from Mexico, while in Texas at the totality they had clouds up there. But they did a superb work once again, as well as people at Griffith Observatory. And also Bill Longo is approaching the totality. This is the latest image I have from him. Here it is. Amazing, amazing, amazing. After 2 hours of live feed, we reached tens of thousands of people. So happy, my friends, that the beauty of the night sky, the beauty of the daily sky, no matter the time on your clock, has this capability to capture our imagination, pushing it to the stars, to the sun, and beyond. I see that both the Exploratorium San Francisco teams in Texas and Mexico are facing clouds, so we keep an eye on the sun thanks to the Griffith Observatory team in Texas too, while waiting for new images coming from our astrophotographers. 15 minutes to totality in Canada, but Bill says that clouds unfortunately are rolling in. To give you an idea, this is what Bill is facing right now. Should this hazy sky condition persist, we will miss the corona, the totality. Keep in mind that no matter the clouds, during totality, of course, light on the earth is much less. So you would enjoy, even if this is, a very small consolation, the totality that way, no matter the clouds. So happy so far. virtual telescope project. Needless to say, we are already missing the experience. Now I want to go back to live feed from Texas, thanks to the Griffith Observatory team there. So nice, so beautiful every time. We shared a number of eclipses so far, partial, annular, total ones, while for obvious reasons the totality is the golden medal here. Even the partial ones and the very fascinating annular ones have been a great success every time, particularly when we could join, such a friends making the team for the event we were observing. Amazing, my friends. So in principle, in less than 10 minutes, totality should reach Canada, but Bill Longo, observing from there, mentioned that the sky is not the very best there. It is the last chance we have to see totality. New image from Bill. Going to share the image right away. Here it is. Let's hope, despite the easy sky, Bill will be awarded with a well-deserved totality for his effort, his generosity, sharing the work with us. I'm just amazed to see all these things together with you, because like you, I am just sitting and enjoying this. New images from Bill. Look how the environment is now brighter. But here it is, the latest image just received from Bill Longo, Ontario, Canada, Kensington. From there the eclipse will be total, but we don't know, because of the hazy sky, if we will have access to totality. So beautiful so far. Let's hope that Bill will have some good sky. He really deserves it. Let me check for new images. Oh, very spectacular image from Sonali Deshmukh, who captured no less what you will see in a few seconds. Time to adjust the beautiful image. Here it is. Okay. Let me adjust it. And it is taking some time, but you will see why. Here it is, the image. Look, you have the totality. On the upper left corner you have Jupiter, and on the bottom you see Venus. Thank you very much, Sonali, for this precious image. While we are back to Texas with our friends from the Exploratorium San Francisco. Look, this beautiful image as well by Bill Longo. Now facing the peak of the event, and we are with him, hoping in clear skies, clear enough for him to enjoy the totality and the corona. It will be the third one. So beautiful. Happening via the Virtual Telescope project. I'm waiting for further updates by Bill, hoping they will be good ones. Now I want to go back to Texas, and this is Mexico. Another image by Bill. Just working to share it right away. How beautiful this image is. Thank you very much, Bill. I understand it's not easy to capture images during the totality at this point and sharing them with us. How beautiful the experience is. It has been amazing for me to run this live feed. I'm feel so happy and blessed to have such a wonderful team, and the support of institutions like Exploratorium San Francisco and Griffith Observatory Los Angeles. I hope, Bill, you will have some good luck for totality. You really deserve it, my friend. New image from Sonali, taken earlier with the totality. And the corona beautifully displayed in this amazing capture by Sonali Deshmukh. You are welcome to join this YouTube channel because we really share amazing things, close approaching asteroids, I mean comets. We are planning even some events to introduce you to live observing of the night sky with nebulae, galaxies, planets, and so on. Meteor showers, comets, close approaching asteroids, solar, lunar eclipses, also spacecrafts, space probes out there. We have been really sharing everything. We invented this way to observe the cosmos almost 18 years ago, where technology was the Stone Age compared to today. And we also introduced this shared opportunity, that is observers in the right part of the world, generous and willing to share what they were seeing with the Virtual Telescope project platform and community. Let me back to Texas, from where, at least at the observing site selected by the Griffith Observatory team, we had really mind-blowing totality. Here we are, waiting for more and more images, hopefully good ones, from Bill. Meantime, I have a new image by Gary Warney from Florida. There the eclipse was partial, but how beautiful those images are. Here it is. And my friends, I have totality from Bill Longo as well, and despite the clouds, I mean the hazy sky, really amazing, amazing, amazing. Bill really succeeded capturing this very beautiful image. Just going to share, to adjust, yes, the scale in order to make justice to it. Here it is, my friends. Hope you really enjoy the image that Bill has kindly shared with me. Here it is, Totality from Ontario, Canada, Kensington. Thank you very much, Bill. This is the third Totality in a row. I really believe the Virtual Telescope project has been the only live feed offering so many totalities back to back from different places. I mean, one from Mexico, one from the USA, and one from Canada. 3 different totalities from 3 different countries. Wonderful. This is making so evident how important is cooperation among humans, and this is the best lesson learned from the Virtual Telescope project experience, for me at least. How beautiful this shot is. So happy that Bill, even if under a native sky, mastered this very difficult condition, capturing this truly fascinating, intriguing, mysterious view on the totality from his country, Canada. Thank you very, very, very much. So beautiful. I'm amazed to see the perfection, the totality, the eclipse by itself, not only the totality. Every phase is amazing to me. Really, every phase. Let's see if we have more and more images, but now we finish with the totalities. I don't have any collaborator in the Atlantic Ocean. So we were lucky and happy. Lucky because of our friends, and happy because they were masters in their work, in their job, capturing unforgettable shots of those eclipses, of the eclipse. I want to thank all of them once again. I will always thank all of them. They are Adrian Bradley, Gary Warney, Karim Jaffer, James McHugh, Sonali Deshmukh, Bill Longo, and Ron Delvaux. Ron unfortunately had unfavorable weather, and but he was really ready to image. He did some wonderful tests the day before, so unfortunately weather did not cooperate on the real day. But how amazing. And here it is, a wonderful image of totality by Adrian from Ohio. And I hope you will love it. Amazing, to be honest. And also another out of this world image by wow, this is amazing. Just adjusting, optimizing for our audience this new shot from by Bill Longo. Look how beautiful, my friends. We've been truly happy and blessed to rally on this amazing team. I also want to thank the Exploratorium San Francisco and Griffith Observatory Los Angeles institutions for supporting our effort to bring this to the world. While they hosted their own live feeds, they were extremely generous as they did with us at the Virtual Telescope in the past, offering their live feeds for our audience. So thank you very much to our colleagues there. And I want to thank again Adrian Bradley, Gary Warney, Karim Jeffer, James McHugh, Sonali Deshmukh, Bill Longo, and Ron Delvaux for their outstanding work and their amazing, very inspiring generosity. Sharing their work under very difficult conditions. Trust me, sharing images while you are facing no less than a total solar eclipse is not very simple. It's a task that not everyone is able to face. Such an endeavor is not really easy to afford, and I would say that we are approaching the end of this live feed. I will leave at this point the live feed from Griffith Observatory and Exploratorium running, but I will wait for a few more minutes to see if after totality images will come from Billongo, Ontario, Canada. Checking right now. I don't see anything obvious. I think we really had such a wonderful experience, my friends. I was happy having this privilege. Let me see if I can adjust. Okay. And then I would like to have this one. Okay. Checking for further images, if any. Let me see if I can share something I've just received. Oh, amazing. I have a document. It's a must for me to show you. Let me upload. Let me see if I can share with you this thing. I will keep it mysterious. Oh no, this is not the right. Just wait, my friends. Okay. Look here, my friends. Let's wait. This is a time lapse I received from Bill Longo while observing. Enjoy how the false night because of the eclipse arrived. So amazing. I amazed at this. What a gift, Bill. Thank you so much, and thank you to Sylvia for taking this. It is so superb. So superb. I want to share this time lapse again, making possible for us to really see this. Bill at work with telescopes, you see, different telescopes with solar filters in front, and during totality the filter was removed because the light was not there anymore because of the eclipse, of course, the totality. How dark the environment is. Then the sun is back and the filter is back. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Now we are back, and I will leave this running to the conclusion. And the video I shared with you was from Silvia Pecota, I mean the time lapse, but it's so beautiful that I want to share again Bill Longo at work in this very great, amazing video from Silvia Pecota. Thank you, Bill, for sharing this work by Sylvia, just bringing us many different flavors and simply adding very special emotions to our experience. Once again, I'm crazy with this video. Thank you so much, Bill, really a lot. This is a very precious document to keep for future references, you know. So my friends, here we are. I will leave these live feeds for a while with no comments. It has been a privilege for me to run this, well, I must say long, 2 hours 40 minutes now live feed covering this amazing total solar eclipse. I want to thank the amazing Total Solar Eclipse 2024 team composed as follows: Adrian Bradley from observing from Ohio, USA, Gary Warney observing from Florida, Karim Jaffer observing from Montreal Royal Astronomical Society of Canada, James McHugh, New Mexico, Sonali Deshmukh, Nebraska, USA, Bill Longo, Kensington, Ontario, Canada, Ron Delvaux, Arizona, USA, and then it was me, Gianluca Masi from Rome, Italy. It has been a privilege to share. It has been a privilege to share images from those amazing astrophotographers, and a privilege for me it is also to acknowledge the precious, outstanding, vital support by the Exploratorium San Francisco and the Griffith Observatory Los Angeles. They very kindly offered their live feeds to be shared with the Virtual Telescope Project community. This partnership with both the Exploratorium and Griffith Observatory has been vital also in the past, and I want to thank my colleagues at both institutions for their generosity, as well as our astrophotographers for their kindness, generosity, and really for making their experience available to the world to track, enjoy this event. That's all from Gianluca Masi Virtual Telescope Project. I strongly suggest you to subscribe our YouTube channel because trust me, amazing things are coming. We have been doing hundreds of live feeds, bringing very exclusive events, and sometimes we have been the only astronomical facility sharing something very peculiar, like very close approaching asteroids, space probes, when doing something special in their missions and so on. It's free after all, and you will be notified should something exclusive be scheduled. That's all. Thank you for joining us for this very, very beautiful live feed. Take care and keep looking at the stars and also at the sun with the right protections in the last case. Gianluca Masi, Virtual Telescope Project, Rome, Italy. Also thanks to our technological partners, and they are Software Bisq, C-Web and Telescope Live. And at the very end, my friends, a big thank you to you, the audience, for making this event actually an event. Take care and keep enjoying the wonders of the cosmos, both at night and day.